Hello, my name is Justyna, and first of all, they liked my audition video. So here I am, giving you an introduction on who I am. So, like the title on the YouTube channel says, I'm starting out solitary. I'm about 2 weeks fresh in learning about paganism, Wicca, witchcraft, all that stuff. But my spiritual journey started about a year ago. And it all started with taking my lifestyle to the next level. I was vegetarian and vegan on and off for about 10 years. And then I decided to see what it was like to be a raw vegan. So, my life in books started with the China study. This is backwards, but you get my drift. And somebody made a YouTube video saying nonchalantly that starting a raw vegan diet opens up the floor to spiritual evolution. And I didn't quite understand what they meant by that, so it kind of went in one ear and out the other. But I've always kind of kept that stewing in my mind, kind of wondering what they meant. And I guess I was kind of ready in a way to experience that next step in evolution, because a few months after that, somebody said something about astral projection, and I asked them to elaborate, and they basically told me that every human being on this planet has the capacity to be a superhero, like extract your soul from your body and visit other places, kind of craziness. So that freaked me out and got me really excited, and I started to read this, which is also awesome. And it changed my life forever. And I mean, raw veganism has changed my life, but the idea of astral projection, it blew my mind. And then from there, I started to delve into other different categories and metaphysical things, spirituality, learning about the chakras, meditation. I just basically cloistered myself and, learned everything I possibly could. And I haven't learned everything, but I'm constantly learning every single day. And so from then, it kind of took me towards, wanting to learn not only about the spiritual aspect of it, but the scientific side. Because, spirituality can only take you so far. It's only anecdotal. And although that is very convincing, I'd like to learn an all-around approach to what I'm so absolutely fascinated by. So from then, I picked up The Holographic Universe. And this book merges science and metaphysical awesomeness all in one book. And although some stuff in here isn't proven, it's very convincing based on their studies. And even if you don't believe in out-of-body experiences and what happens during out-of-body experiences and all of that crazy stuff, it's worth a read. This is also mind-blowing. And then I came across paganism. The idea was kind of seeded in my mind by when my mom was talking casually about how all Catholic, or almost all Catholic, religious holidays and celebrations are based on pagan traditions and rituals. And I thought, well, what a sad disservice to paganism that nobody's giving them their credit where credit is due. And I thought that was very interesting that, why not go to the source instead of celebrating something that is twice removed or even 3 times removed? So I found this book, and although, I mean, it's an okay read, but it kind of got me in the right direction. Just learning about the different pagan traditions and rituals and stuff. And from there, I kind of wanted to merge the scientific and the spiritual together, like from the previous book, The Holographic Universe. And coming across some of these videos of these beautiful and supportive people talking openly about their pagan and Wiccan practice, they're talking about this Book of Shadows, saying that their practice is actually a very scientific one, that even though they're doing something very mystical and very, to outsiders, very unbelievable, that something like this could actually materialize, setting a spell and having it materialize, people who practice this try to be objective, and they have a Book of Shadows where they write about their findings. They say how do they feel, what they did in the spell, how they felt afterwards, what were the effects of it, if any, how they felt about it, what happened to the days, months, years to come. And I thought that was a really beautiful, objective point to make about this practice, because not all religions are willing to explore what is effective and what is not effective about what they practice. And it further emphasized how this practice continuously perpetuates growth, learning, being objective in your beliefs. And the fact that paganism and I know pagan and Wicca are 2 separate things, but they kind of intertwine a little bit, that they stress that you create your own rituals, you create your own beliefs under certain guidelines of, respecting all, and using nature in the broadest sense as your guidance. And all throughout my life, I've always had a deep connection with nature, as I'm sure everyone in this world has, but some people are willing to, haven't unlocked it, or aren't willing to unlock it just yet. And it's just funny that I've come across the quintessential Scott Cunningham book on Wicca, and delving into this book, I've realized that I've basically been practicing most of these rituals, if you want to call it that, rituals, traditions, in my life on my own, without even knowing that there was a name attached to it. I've gone about my life appreciating nature, and it's nice to know that there's a community out there that takes it a step further and hones in on nature and, uses it for the good and just has fun with it. I love that. I'm really excited to get going and put in my 2 cents and see what other people are saying, meet new people, and bounce ideas off of each other, because I think this is going to be a really good channel to do so. So I'm excited to get started. And like I said, I'm very new, so I'm right along the ride with you. I'm like sitting right beside you, seat belt buckled. Where the heck are we going? I don't know, but it sounds really fun. Let's do this.